Hello, anonymous strangers on the internet, and welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Play Rimworld. I'm gonna go ahead and see, come back, about turning down my game noise a little bit. There we go. That should help a little bit, I think, maybe. I was told that last time when we had the shooting, you're naked. There's no way. Why are you naked? You were naked when you got here. Did you get naked when I wasn't looking? I feel like you just recently stripped. Anyway, I was told that when I was not, words hard. I was told that when I was not looking and not paying attention, that the volume, it kept getting really, really loud for the shotgun sound when Lovegood was hunting, so I made a solution to that problem, and that solution was to not have that be a thing anymore. Also, why is that power structure have a wall missing? Okay, I don't think I mentioned this before, but the reason you want to keep batteries indoors is if they're outdoors, they explode. I don't know why, but it seems like this is something people didn't pick up on when they first played the game. But it tells you pretty clearly, warning, charged batteries tend to explode when heated or wet. So the goal is to keep these in a indoor environment that is in no way heated. So the downside is come winter, you're most likely going to have a heater in here. It's probably going to explode randomly at some point anyway, just because that's how this game works. Severe illness, infection. Oh, you usually develop immunity to that, and I don't have any medicine for you. Sorry, we used it all on other people. Wait, I have medicine right there. 11 of them, actually. So batteries indoors. Indoors good. Typically what I do is I tend to build my batteries out here a ways. I don't know why I decided to build them right next to everyone else, but it's probably maybe fine. I mean, with the changes in firefighting, if you tell people, hey, you know, it would be super cool if you would not die to a fire, they'll actually decide not to die to the fire, and everyone's happy. It's quite nice. So it's not something I'm too immediately concerned by. I revealed an area. Oh, yeah, the area that's already been revealed. So yeah, that's that. Not really a big deal. Let's see here. Oh, and then also having an air conditioner that goes out into their bad idea. I saw someone do that before, and I thought it was funny. What I'm gonna probably do is come winter, which we're still a ways away. It's July right now. You have two choices. You can do a hydroponic farm, which I think I discussed researching before, but after playing with a few of my other games, I don't believe that they're really energy efficient at all. Like, I will have a hydroponic farm set up right next to this geyser here, and still for some reason it seems to not get powered. So instead of dealing with that, I'm gonna most likely make this indoors, but I'm gonna need to see exactly where the geyser, I guess, comes out at. And I would also like to be able to use other blocks aside from that. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give some orders to haul these materials, these materials. Is this slate here? Okay. We're gonna mine some more slate. Because I want slate blocks to make that wall, because it'll be less likely to catch on fire. If you're inside a geothermal building, I recommend you don't catch on fire. Mining, mining, mining. Everyone's happy with the mining. Okay. And then we'll try to get that set up. I'm going to probably also need to expand this refrigerator out somehow. I'm wishing now I put this down here, but I think it honestly cools better if it's somewhere near the middle. I don't know if that's actually a thing. I just always feel like when I have it down here somewhere, it doesn't seem to do the job quite right. You'll also notice that this area right here that's next door to the refrigerator tends to be much cooler, which is why you eventually have to put a heater in here in winter, because, I mean, outdoors it's 80 degrees, here it's 56, here it's 69, so, and it's mainly from the door opening and closing. but that's also why sometimes I'll keep this cooking area completely separate from over here, because it has a cooler temperature here, but you can generally stay warmer with your people here, and hopefully they aren't working all day. I don't always put my research bench next to my cooking area either. I usually will have that in a separate room where I put most of my other tailoring and so on. But for now, that's not what I decided to do for whatever reason. So impulsive decision making is where it's at, let me tell you. Do I have any good? Oh, yay, geothermal power, that's awesome. I'm going to probably research, I think I'm going to do brewing next, because brewing is going to give us some good sources of money, which will be helpful if we want to go into endgame. So let's go ahead and order these guys to haul this stuff too, because it's sort of in our way and I don't really need it for any other reason. And then we're going to build our power, our geothermal generator here. When did I start researching? Oh, brewing. Good choice, good choice. You're amazing, Batusia. You know all the right things to do. And what is our... You know what? Let's make this higher. I don't know why. My last colony, I seem to keep running out of food, and like I feel like I have plenty of food, but I don't want to resort to cannibalism. That's just all there is to it. There we go. We have... Do we have plenty of materials anymore? Yeah, we still have lots and lots of iron. So this is going to get built up pretty easily, and then we can start building our wall to go around it, and everything will be fine. So, structure, slate wall is what I decided, right? Yeah, slate wall. Slate wall. Worried. No, it'll be fine. Completely fine. Nobody will attack over on this side. That's crazy. That's crazy. We'll just leave a little extra space behind, just in case. We'll set up some traps. It'll be fine. Oh wait, I need an actual door. I usually build wood doors. I don't know if this is a great idea. It's just what happens. So a little bit of a floored door there to decrease the space between them. By winter time, I'm going to probably try to have that be indoors as well, so I'm not too worried about it right now. And cargo pods, that's always exciting. Jump! What do we have here? Boom rat meat? Who doesn't want to eat some boom rat meat? Sounds delicious and nutritious. Alright then. So we have power set up here. We now have our geothermal. We're going to connect our geothermal to everything else. I think the easiest way to do this is... what is the way I want to do this? So the easiest way would just to be go straight right here, right? My reason for not doing that is this turret is eventually going to explode. And then I'm going to regret that decision. So... this isn't going to make it much better, but it'll be slightly better. Yay, slightly better. I think this is still going to be in the explosion range. I think it might only be 2 away, but I thought it was 3 away. Anything within 3 blocks of it goes boom. Now, there's no real reason to connect my geothermal over to my batteries, except that this gets us back into the main grid over here. I've noticed that anything that's really not in immediate proximity to the geothermal plant, generator, whatever you are, doesn't really seem to work fantastic. But again, this isn't really a big deal. It's just an observation, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to work that way, if like you're supposed to lose electricity as you go further down the wire, but I don't think you should be losing that much electricity myself, but whatever. And we're going to go ahead and actually get some power conduits going up towards there. I don't want to put them there because that's going to eventually explode. And the reason for this is eventually you're going to have to throw a heater in here to keep this guy from dying. Come winter. You know, winter's far away. It's just something that you should be preparing for all season long so that you don't die a horrible death. Like this guy here, Roy, the donkeys of our anarchy. So let's go ahead and check out our overview. We have factions. We have one that we're friendly with. I didn't know we were friendly with one. That's surprising. That's pretty cool. Yay. Nice. Hostile with the pirate brand. That's not surprising. And with a tribe. But other than that, we're pretty okay as far as people not wanting to necessarily murder us. They just might accidentally murder us. Okay. Let me think. What should we prioritize? I'm feeling like I want to get more defenses up. And here's why. Defenses are always a solid plan for whenever you're like, I don't know what I should build. The problem with defenses is they also take a bejesus load of energy. And I like to keep my bejesus loads to myself sometimes. But this isn't a bad idea. Because these extra turrets here will help keep those two from exploding, hopefully. What's gonna probably happen is we're gonna have a bunch of guys who wanna invade go right here and try to shoot from behind them. So that's also why we're going to go ahead and set up some wind traps. Tasty, tasty beer. So we'll make some traps. Let's research. I'd say cremation, but it uses so much energy. I don't usually think it's worthwhile. You know what? I'm okay with having a field of corpses outside my door. So let's just go ahead and research turret cooling. This will give you 4 shots each time they shoot because they have a really long reload time. And turrets are nice because they don't have to be manned, which is pretty helpful. And then I think the next thing I'm going to want to focus on is building out over here. So we'll get this indoors. We'll have some recreational and more crafting areas over in that direction. And I think that'll be a good call. We have marble blocks right now. I don't really want marble blocks. I want you to focus on, so go to details. I'm gonna make sure that we just do slate right now because I think that's my strongest option. I don't know if marble is actually significantly weaker or not, but I've got a nice slate thing going. I don't see any reason to stop it. Marble will be good for doing art. I just don't think we're at an artsy place yet. Mad animal. Jump to location. Oh, that's fine. You're gonna die instantly. Yeah, and then we're gonna eat you. By the way, sometimes, so one of the things that was released, I don't know if it was this alpha or a few alphas ago, it doesn't really matter, but they had an announcement about wargs, and like, wargs are so scary, they're terrifying, but they're also considered sort of a neutral occurrence in your colony because, hear me out on this, wargs also offer you some delicious, nutritious food. So if they happen to attack you in winter and you have a setup sort of like this where you're just like, everything's a turret, turrets are everywhere, wargs are actually pretty amazing because where you would have thought that there would be no food and no happiness, you suddenly do have food and you do have happiness. I don't like that. Don't like that. This is going to be lopsided, but that's fine. What we're doing here is pretty much, there will be a way to get in and out through here, but to get in and out through here, you'll also have to face my turret at your face. So I think that's what I want to do there, and I think I'm going to make a door up to there through here. Sure, why not? Just because we're going to still be harvesting this steel and we want to make it as close as possible. Again, this is all stuff to prepare for winter because you want more indoor areas. Like this outdoor crafting area is going to get people killed if you do that in the winter. But I think the location we chose, the weather's super duper moderate too, so I don't think it's going to be that bad. Yeah, we're going to have an average temperature of like 35 in the winter. That doesn't mean it can't be worse than that. And we have about 2 months left of harvesting time, and this area is looking pretty nice as far as how much food we have going. So I'm not really too worried per se, but I'm not also very thrilled. So we're going to go ahead and build what I should have done before, which is relocate my air conditioner to here. Oh. Deconstruct some walls here. Work, you bastards. Aww. Whatever. Glad you deconstructed that before I finished. Thank you. I'm going to be patient while they do this. Thank you. That's not the side I want you to focus on. Thank you. And then I also did not realize I don't have a floor in there. So floors. Slate. That seems sound, right? Whatever. We'll do it. I've got lots of wood laying around, and this is less likely to catch on fire. Do we need to mine more slate? I'm getting a sense we need to mine more slate. So, mine, slate, 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 slate. Okay, and so then this will allow us to increase the stockpile zone to here. And hopefully that will get built by someone somewhere at some point. Maybe. No, we're just gonna let my food rot. Alright, that's cool. I mean, it's not horrible because the perk is that these potatoes will last a while. The downside, however, is that this meal will not last forever. Which is sort of weird to me. I don't understand why something that you've cooked suddenly lasts less, because, I mean, as somebody who cooks a lot of things, typically what you say the shelf life of anything you've made is the shelf life of the shortest lasting ingredient you have. So for example, I mean, if squirrel meat is going to expire in 0.4 days, then fine, but it seems like it typically lasts a little bit longer than that. I'm gonna make... Do I not have any iron left? I'm so confused by this. Okay. Well, it looks like we need to mine out some more iron. We have a raid invading. Who cares? It's fine. Not a big deal. Like I said, steel is a very high priority resource. We're going to go ahead and restrict these guys to Area 1 because there is a raid. Jump to location. I'm not going to attack anyone preemptively. I don't really know why that's an option. I mean, I get that it could be something you're interested in maybe doing. The reason I don't understand it, though, is that it's never really safe to do so. Like, here I have turrets who will fight for me. If I decide not to have turrets that'll fight for me, I die horribly. So, yeah, good. Fix the turret while they attack it. I like this idea. They will never figure out to attack you instead. This is brilliant. Because I've never really understood that. I mean, I guess I sort of get it. Sort of, but not really. Are you guys done attacking? Thank you. Glad to hear it. Strip that body. Strip the other body. Take their weapons. Strip that dead body. Fortunately, we have plenty of graves, but, you know, just to be safe, let's add a few more. I've revealed a new area, which is already one that was already previously revealed, so that's exciting. Man, I have got to do a lot of mining right now. Maybe that's what I should change my next research to be. I will go and research, oh, did I already research it? I feel like I'm losing my mind. There's that option to make your mining more effective. I don't know if it just makes it faster or if it's legitimately more effective. I think it's probably just faster. But whatever, not a big deal. It's actually not the one I needed to prioritize though, because I have a lot of food that's going to go bad unless we get this taken care of. Guys? 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 Okay. Did I build an AC unit here? Oh, I think I did. There was a heat wave a while ago, wasn't there? Then yeah, I probably built one there. But not here. We don't build this one. Okay, who's idle and why? Oh, I do this sometimes. After I set restrictions, I forget to unrestrict them so that they'll finish finish doing the other things that I would like them to do in their life. This sometimes leads to corpses, but in this case, I'm not too worried about these corpses. Like that, whatever. Steel spear's not bad. Do I have anyone who needs a weapon? You have a weapon, you have a weapon, you have a really bad weapon, but you have a weapon. You also have a weapon. Alright, I guess I don't necessarily need that. Jet Bear's just hanging out outside, not a big deal. I love Lovegood. She's probably like my best colonist, and I don't like to have favorites because, you know, children will fight, but consistently she gets the things that I'm like, you know, it would be really nice to have taken care of right now. Like, she takes care of it immediately, which is nice. Oh yay, S decided to join us. Oh wait, sorry, Amaya decided to join us. I've also noticed an interesting quantity of characters in this game of Japanese names. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just I wouldn't anticipate the ratio that there currently is. Which is also interesting because usually like space opera type things will be like everyone's going to be Chinese and everyone will speak Chinese and read Chinese and it'll be awesome. Definitely not the case here. In this particular case, everyone does not speak or read that language. So, yay! Which works out well for me. I don't speak or read Chinese very well. Just being able to read it in English, you know, big perk for me, big perk. Whoever's working on here needs to get focused, and I really am excited about that AC unit getting taken care of. Like, really excited. Thank you. Thank you. Now maybe I'll have less food spoil. That's appreciated. Good work, guys. So we need to set our AC. What to research next? You know, I've never really felt the need to do mortars. Because they can lob shells far away. I've never gotten, like, I usually always win or lose my game before that point. Because, I don't know, maybe the game's supposed to be harder or easier, I'm not sure, but typically my people will escape somewhat soonish, or they will starve to death, so, you know, there's that. I am glad that we decided to increase the size of this, though, because winter is coming, and that'll give us some more resources to work with. And I think I'm going to keep having mining happening. Steel is super important. I'm not sure why I decided to build... Oh, I remember why I built that wall there instead. The reason I built this wall here is if I mine here, or I put this wall here, I'd probably get someone stuck outside who would have to walk all the way around to come back in, and I just didn't want to deal with that. We have another raid. Jump to location. Oh, look, they're still in tribal gear. So, what I'm going to do is do restrictions, area 1. I'm going to expand area 1. By going to zone, expand a lot of area, area 1. Area 1, you guys can now go here even. Like, and you can go in here, anywhere you want. The world is your oyster, almost. You can totally, you know, I'm not feeling you guys going back there. That doesn't seem entirely safe to me. Holy fire! Did not know there was a fire. That fire is very scary. Can it rain soon? That would help with my whole fire scenario. Because here's what's going to happen is it's going to end up getting to my front door. Oh, these are the tricky guys who try to break in on the side. Let's slow this down. Because this fire is going to expand, but it's also raining, so maybe it's not something I need to worry about. This guy, however, attacking my wall, not a fan. Don't like you. That's not nice. The reason he does that is there's certain ones of these guys who will attack wherever your weakest defenses are. I don't think that's the case with him. I think it was just a path-finding thing where, like, since they go by blocks, he stopped here and was like, well, I guess this is the only way in. It seems solid, why not? And so now he has to die. glad that one's actually being healed. She's downed. They're all gonna die. Okay, perfect. So, remove restrictions, unlike last time. Capture. Okay, I get that you want the food, but capture. Are you dead? Yeah, you're pretty dead. So as you can tell, our setup right now is pretty nice as far as taking people out. Like, our turrets will shoot when they see people, which they don't often, because we've limited their capacity to get around it. And they're really just getting taken out by them. And so far, none of our turrets have exploded, which I'm personally surprised by. We have some new weapons here. I might have to allow trading soon, because we've had so many corpses, for lack of a better way to put it, that I need to make sure you guys have some joy automatically. Get happy. There you go. Yeah, there's so many corpses, so many corpses. But, and then supposedly there's other events that come in and attack you that are tougher than this. I just haven't really come across them yet. Like, I'm sure the wargs will be awful and horrible. Like, I've had them take out a majority of my turrets, but they still die and still end up feeding my people, so I can't complain too much about it. Okay, so as you see, we have new prisoners, so as usual, we want to go over to our prisoner tab, prisoner tab, and click chat and recruit, because we would like to expand our colony members. They're going to probably also need to get some more beds in here soon. We're approaching that point. Let's go ahead and stop this episode here, because as you can see, we're just harvesting and building right now, which isn't too exciting to watch. But thank you for watching, and click like if you liked, click subscribe if you would like to know when I do more, and leave comments. I like comments, otherwise I feel like I'm talking to myself. Goodbye, anonymous strangers on the internet, and have a wonderful day.